heard when I just joined the chat, you were talking about Ocean's performance. Did you perform live the other day?
Yeah, last night.
Tell us about it, man. Like, how did it come about? And where was it?
So it was on a rooftop of a hotel in Bangkok.
Sick.
And it's a guy, he does a lot of events in Bangkok. He throws parties and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I just connected with him, and he gave me the opportunity, he gave me the shot to come through
Nice.
and DJ and kind of headline it, I guess. It wasn't a huge turnout, but yeah, I don't know, maybe like 30, 40 people-ish maybe that came
Right.
through. I think maybe it got promoted too quickly, maybe from Wednesday, and it was yesterday, Friday. But
Oh,
It was
really?
cool. It was good. It was nice to. It was the first time that I've DJed since that festival.
How did you feel? Did it go well?
Honestly, I felt completely fine. I didn't really feel nervous or anything like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I felt ready. Yeah, I felt completely ready.
That's
I
good,
think
man.
it went better. I think the music definitely went better than last time, because last time I
Right.
just completely missed the mark. I was playing a festival but playing lounge music really.
Mm.
Whereas like this time, I was playing the music that I wanted to play, which is more techno,
Okay.
and I was trying my hardest to tell her to like put them on a journey. So I started off chill kind of techno, then I went really hard, and then I brought it down a bit, and then I went into like trance-ish vibes, and then really fast house music.
Right.
Nice.
What did you think they enjoyed the most?
Definitely
what
the
was the
hard
peak?
techno stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it was a 2 hour set, I was thinking if I leave it at hard techno for the whole time, it might be too much. Because I got to the hard
Yeah.
techno part, like let's say 30 minutes in, I was thinking, man, another hour and a half of this, it might be a bit too much. But they definitely enjoyed that the most.
Right. Cool.
Yeah, I think
Yeah. I
Thailand
can
in
imagine
general
why.
just likes hard music, hard style stuff.
Especially on a night out, I guess. Well,
Yeah.
I don't know. There's a place for everything.
Mm.
Because on the flip side, like, part of me would think, oh, it's like a hotel rooftop. Maybe that's like chilled vibes.
Yeah.
But then maybe people just looking to party. Just wanted that hard shit.
Mm. Yeah, I think it's just the vibe here. People love the hard stuff. The faster you play, the harder you play,
Yeah.
the more reception. But also like you have that element, but then I also did want to just play like my tracks as well, you know. So I
Yeah,
have
of
to try and
course.
find the balance of keeping them happy, but then also playing like what I want to play.
Did you
Yeah,
play your
definitely.
tracks?
And I imagine it's going to...
Yeah,
All
I
like the
played a
ones you
couple of
produced.
I played a couple of my new ones, and yeah, I think they got good reception. To be fair with you, towards the end, there wasn't that much people left.
Yeah.
So one of the tracks I played, I tried to get a gauge, but it seemed like people were moving to it, which was good. But
Yeah.
one of my tracks got like a really good response, I'd say.
That's good, man. That's
I
sick.
did fuck
Yeah,
up
but it's a
once,
nice
though.
feeling playing your tracks to an audience.
Yeah, definitely.
Kind of
made-
when they don't know it's yours as well, because then you can just kind of blend it in with everything else and then
Yeah.
just get the most natural reaction then.
Definitely. I don't think anyone could have known which ones were mine
Yeah.
at all. Yeah, because they're
Which
not
is a
out
good sign,
anywhere.
then.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Have you got
I'm
any
happy as
others
well.
planned?
I'm happy as well because there was no fuck ups apart from one at the beginning. Only
What
one.
was that?
So basically, the last DJ had a song playing, and so I jumped on the deck to start to mix it into mine.
Mm.
But rookie mistake, I loaded it into the wrong deck, so my
They just
song just
stopped.
like cut her song. Yeah, and then I had to just quickly like press play. It fucked up, but after that I was alert.
Yeah.
It wasn't
Nice.
like too big of a deal.
Yeah.
When you're performing, do you have like the whole set ready then? Because I imagine sometimes, like as a DJ, you might have a set ready, and if it's not the right audience for it, then you kind of need a plan B, don't you? It's like, right, I'm just flipping the script here. I'm just playing this stuff instead. Like you got to
Yeah.
completely flip it.
So I planned it, but not completely. because of that. Because I wasn't too sure. Okay, if I go too techno, they might not like it, so maybe I need to switch it up. So I had
Yeah.
in my mind it was more like a starting point and then many different routes: option A, option B, option C, and then kind of just go
Right.
from there and just
Got you.
kind of feel it out. It wasn't like this song, then this song, then this song. No, it was
Yeah.
just more like routes.
Yeah. I've never actually tried to DJ, but it's always interested me. So I imagine you
Yeah.
have to have like a good knowledge of your set, because like if you're blending tracks, obviously you need to be thinking, all right, this bass will go well with the drums on this track, or
Yeah.
vocals on this would sit well with this track. You know, like you kind of need to know what's going to blend well together instead of just
Definitely.
putting anything together.
But you know what? I think there's a niceness of it being a bit spontaneous for yourself too, because there was a lot of tracks on my set list that I maybe listened to like twice, and I was like, yeah, this will fit the vibe. Let me just chuck it on.
Yeah.
And then some songs that I don't know if I completely had mixed before, I just set there's a software called Record Box where you just set like different parts of the song. Like, I have a marker where it's the intro, a marker for where it gets more energy, a marker for the breakdown.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of, yeah, there was definitely times on the set I probably hadn't mixed these two songs together, but you just get a feeling for it.
Right.
I think the more I practiced and the more the more I've DJed, the more I've been able to just pick up on like the nuances of, okay, this phrase right here, let's loop it here and make sure like the next phrase can come in roundabout here. Do you know what I mean? Like these little
Yeah,
things
yeah.
that you just pick up on.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Like with anything, I guess, just takes time, practice.
Yeah. I just I don't want to become like too reliant on being overly prepared, because the time when you're not, and I think it's definitely going to happen, but you might just have to take that opportunity and perform. You kind of
Yeah.
just have to do it and figure it out. I don't know. I don't want to be handicapped in my mind of, oh man, I'm not prepared, so it's going to fuck up and all this stuff. I'd rather just be able to naturally, oh yeah, I'm good to go at any time.
Yeah.
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 I'm with DJing. Do you because I imagine you're not always bringing your own decks, so each
Nah.
place you go to will have a different setup, right? So when you know one set of decks, do you know them all?
Well, to be fair, there's an industry standard, so
Right.
pretty much every nightclub and every festival will have
Is it DJIs
these
or something?
decks.
Not DJI,
Yeah,
fucking
it's called
forgot what they're called.
CDJs.
CDJs. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Pretty much everyone will have that. It's very rare that they don't. If they don't, they might have something a little bit smaller.
Right.
But it's pretty much, if they have the smaller deck, which is called the XDG something, which is what I actually played on yesterday, but it's pretty much the same as the CDJ 3000s, just smaller. But any professional nightclub is going to have CDJ 3000s. It'd be
And is
weird
that
to
what you
go there
practice
and
with
they
at
don't
home?
have it. Nah, that's I want to get it, yeah, but it's expensive, bro. For a setup of that, it's probably like 5 to 8K.
Fuck. Jeez.
Yeah, quite a bit
So,
for a home setup.
And like, it's nice to have because it looks good on camera for content and stuff. But the smaller version that I'm using at the moment is good enough to just practice.
Right.
But then also, let's say you get to the point where you're touring and you're doing it every single night. You're not going to be practicing, and you're going to be
Yeah,
used to
that's
using
true.
the CDJs all the time. So
I guess the tour is your practice at that point.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
How much is the smaller
Yeah.
set?
I think it's about 2,000.
Oh, okay. So that seems
Yeah.
way
It's,
more
it's more reasonable.
accessible
Yeah.
compared to the other one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. The CDJ 3000s. It's a bit overkill, but it's nice to have.
Gosh, yeah. And what about the software? Is there an industry standard? Because I know like Serato have one and Record Box. Are there
Yeah.
others as well?
I think those might be the main two. I use Record Box. I've never looked into anything else, to be honest with you. It's just always kind of what I've known.
Yeah.
But to
that,
be honest,
that doesn't matter about
on the
like, does it not
CDJs,
matter what software you're using? Yeah, when you're using CDJs, it's like
I think most CDJs use Record Box.
okay.
And if a place has Serato, to be honest, yeah, from what I know, everywhere uses CDJ 3000s with Record Box as the software.
Okay.
And if you want to use something different, you can request it like on your rider,
Right.
but you're only going to be able to do that once you're a touring DJ and you have a rider. Do you know what I mean? If you're just playing like
Right.
nightclub sets every now and again, then you probably won't have a rider. But if
What's
you're
a
like,
rider?
so a rider is a request before you get to the venue. So for example, like an artist, let's say Central C, he's performing in Croatia. He can tell them, okay, when I get to the venue, have ready for me 5 bottles of vodka, 6 Pellegrinis, M&Ms that are only red, 3 baguettes, and make sure on stage we have CDJ 3000s and a Shure mic. And they,
Okay.
as part of the contract, they have to provide that.
Right.
So as a DJ,
Yeah.
you get the same thing. Pretty much, your rider will say like CDJ 3000s and an A9 mixer or a V10 mixer.
What would
Okay.
you request?
CDJ 3000s, A9 mixer, and then for the food stuff, San Pellegrinos, coconut water,
10 bad
maybe
bitches.
some Oreo grenade bars,
Yeah.
some healthy snacks.
Some snacks. Some dumbbells.
I've got to
One
be honest
feeding
with
me
you.
grapes, and the other one just fanning me with a palm tree leaf or something.
You know,
Yeah.
you probably could have requested that the bigger the artist you are. Like Beyonce's ride is probably crazy.
Probably. Yeah. Probably.
Yeah, I bet some
You
people
can
have had
look
some mad
online.
requests.
You can look online and find people's riders. I've seen other DJs' riders, what they ask for.
Oh, I bet that's funny to look at.
Yeah, some people. I saw one where it's like, fresh pair of clean socks and underwear, and a clean towel.
Oh.
Clean socks.
Another
The
one was a
essentials.
football jersey from any city that they're playing in.
That's
Yeah.
smart. Yeah, that's smart. Yeah.
So it's like a
You
collectible.
know, I was just gonna ask. You know, with the CD babies, is it like a laptop where you can just switch the software? Like I can use FL Studio and then I can use Ableton if I wanted to. Just like switch out of it like that, or is it
I don't
just
think so.
they just come pre-programmed?
What do you call them? The CD babies.
Well, what's it called?
That's the distributor, innit?
Oh, of course,
CDJs.
yeah. Yeah, my bad.
I don't think you can just switch the software. I think Record Books is kind of baked into it.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But I think Record Books more or less has the monopoly, honestly, and Pioneers kind of has the monopoly. I mean, you can use others, but it's the promoter has to go out his way, kind of thing.
Am I right in saying that one of them has like an option to have your set on a USB, and the other one is just all in the software?
Yeah.
Or
So
is
the
that
way
an
how
option
it,
for both of them?
okay, so when you're using, how can I explain this? Let's say if I rock up to a gig and they
Mhm.
got CDJ 3000s, then it's USB. You'd have to bring your USB. But if it's
Right.
the smaller setup, let's say it's just a DJ controller, then you bring your laptop and connect the laptop.
Okay.
But the laptop kind of setup is usually for like weddings and
Right.
things like that, or even more like hip hop kind of clubs. But when it comes to like festivals and clubs, especially for like electronic music, it's all just USB. Just carry your USB,
Right.
which I kind of find weird. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I haven't used the USB in
Yeah.
years.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
USB
strange.
seems
Sounds kind of old school.
ancient.
Yeah, and buying music, it feels kind of strange to just buy music again.
Oh yeah, you got to use
Loading up on your USB.
what's the site called again? I forgot what it's called now.
Yeah, so I've been using Bandcamp and Beatport a lot, and even
yeah,
SoundCloud.
Beatport, that was the one.
Mm.
So you got to buy music, and then yeah, do you have to have 2 USBs? Do you load a setup on each side, or do you just load everything up on one and then in different folders?
I do it on one. Some people carry 2 because they might have different selections of music on some, but I just
Right.
carry one.
I'd be shook carrying that USB around. Imagine going to an important set
And losing
and
it.
you've just got this little
Ugh.
USB. You'd be guarding it with your life, or if
Yeah.
it gets corrupted or something.
Yeah, it's a mad one because I did. Remember the festival from last time when I
Yeah.
first went up
Yeah.
to the decks and put my USB in, my playlists weren't there. So it's a good thing that I brought my laptop with me just to put it on.
Well,
Fuck,
shit, your
man.
playlist wasn't there. Or was it in the wrong
Yeah.
folder or something?
No, I just didn't export it properly.
Oh
Shit.
man.
So Yeah, I'm not really
Stress.
a fan of this USB thing. It's a bit. I know it seems
They
old
must
school.
change that at some point.
Apparently, there is like streaming DJing is becoming more popular, but because in like festivals and nightclubs, the internet connection is so shit, people don't really use it.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, yeah, makes
you
sense.
wouldn't want to
It's kind of
rely on streaming.
unreliable. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, you'd think by now there'd be a better way.
Even an
yeah,
SD
you
card, I
would,
feel
yeah.
like would be way better than a USB.
Yeah.
Yeah,
USB, even uploading music to the USB, is slow.
Mm. I'm sure that'll
I'm
change at some
surprised.
point.
Yeah,
But
I'm
imagine
surprised.
having to carry your whole vinyl set around with you.
Yeah, that is a madness. I don't know how people and people still do that. That is crazy.
Yeah,
to me.
I got a friend that lives
Just
in my
folders of
hometown
vinyl.
who does the same. Who does that? I've been to his house and he's got like an old school setup, and then setups are on like a shelf, and then under the shelf is just like hundreds of records, and then he'll start playing one, and then like think of a song, and then he'll be like, okay, I need this song from this album, and then he'll like find it, and I have to find the right song, and then find a loop for it that
Yeah.
syncs up with the BPM. I'm like, fuck, man, this is so hard,
That is crazy.
so different.
That's
Yeah.
yeah, bro. That's extremely manual.
So you'd have to know exactly where that point is on the disc just by like scratching it until you find the right section.
Yeah, and you can time stretch them like on new ones. You can just like, but you have to you have to kind of do it manually. You have to hear this one and then sort of like hear this one in your ear and then like move it at the same time, if that makes sense, with your hand. So it's like
Oh,
you have to like
that's mad.
move the vinyl so it's like syncs up with the other one and then it loops. But it was so strange, man. It was the weirdest thing I've seen like for DJing. Not weird, but like I don't know, it just seemed really difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can always appreciate the skills when I see people like that. Because some like old hip hop heads, like I think I went to watch Redman and Method Man like years back, and their DJ was using vinyl, but the stuff he was doing was crazy. Like he was turning around and then scratching like behind his back, so he wasn't even looking at the vinyl. They just left him to do his thing for like 15 minutes, and he was just going crazy.
Wow.
Like, to see that it's insane.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I think the vinyl stuff is for the true proper like DJ heads that like,
Yeah.
just love the art of DJing, not really,
Mhm.
not even like the production, just the art of just pure DJing.
Yeah, 100%.
Do you think
Yeah.
they look down on modern producers or modern DJs? Sorry. Maybe
Some
some of
do,
them.
I think it's very
Yeah.
similar to music production in the sense that
Yeah.
some producers look down upon others for using loops and using midis.
Yeah.
There's like some DJs look down upon people who, for example, use. There's a thing called the sync button, which makes sure that all your BPM is basically snapped, so you never play out of time.
Mm.
And if people use that, then some DJs are like, "How can you use that? You're not a real DJ." All this, but who cares, man? I don't think the audience really knows. They don't really care.
Yeah, as
about
long
that
as you're getting
kind
the
of
same.
stuff too
the
much.
same
Yeah,
product.
Same with people listening to final pieces of music from producers. It's like if the audience like it, then it is what it is.
Yeah,
Because I guess the
Yeah.
whole skill is in like giving the audience a good time, right? If you're DJing, you're there to entertain a crowd, and if you can do that by just by playing the right set and knowing the room, that's a skill in itself.
Yeah, definitely.
definitely.
It's not about the technical side, is it? It's like
Back-
producers trying to impress other producers, and then
Yeah.
producers making music for to entertain people. It's like, yeah, I guess it's like a similar kind of thing.
100%.
I think
Have you got another show lined up?
not yet. Yesterday was kind of I guess like the warm up to see what's possible, really.
Do you think
I'm
it gave you
hoping
another
to-
taste of what you really want to do?
Say that again, sorry.
Did it give you a taste of what you really want to do? Like, has it made you want a lot more live shows and really go down that direction?
Yeah, 100%, 100%.
Yeah.
I've had, honestly, this year, all I've been making, well, really, since I committed in March, April-ish, all I've been making is tracks and techno kind of music, techno-inspired stuff. I've probably made
Yeah.
10 beats this year in hip-hop,
Really?
or like trap or drill or whatever. I'm just kind of completely focused on this side of things. I just I enjoy it, and I don't know, just following my gut at this moment just makes sense for me.
I guess you have to be that zoned in though, if you really want to go for it. Because if you were
Yeah.
just making a lot of trap or drill still, then you'd be like, you won't have much time to make house as well, so you kind of spread yourself a bit thin when you do that.
Yeah, and I haven't really got too much purpose for my trap and drill beats. People do arts for them every now and again, and of course I do
Hmm.
it for the videos and stuff. But yeah, I don't know. I have a lot of fun just really completely zoning out and making these kind of tracks because I've really
Yeah,
just hit like a flow state and stay there for a very long time.
that's
Mm.
cool.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Nice.
What are some ways you get into flow state? 'Cause we were talking about this the other day, weren't we? We're just saying it's so easy to get out of it when there's a distraction. So do you, for example, just put your phone down, turn it on silent, and then just lock in? Like, how do you stay in flow state?
I have a tiny morning routine. It's nothing crazy.
Mm.
That helps. I try and wake up early, meditate for like 10 minutes, visualize for maybe about another 10, journal for like 2 minutes, hit gym, come back, and then I make sure I have like water next to me, coconut water next to me, a coffee, and then sometimes I'll listen to some music just to get just to get like myself in that mood.
Yeah.
Maybe a couple tracks in, I'm like, okay, I'm good to go. I kind of know what I want to do. And then maybe I'd say it takes me like 10 to 20 minutes on most days to get into it. Once I get into it, then I'm just in. I'm locked in.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna lie, I've had days where I've tried to do it and I'm messing around with ideas, but it's just not really coming. And then I'm just like, maybe 2 hours in of just trying stuff. I'll just say like I'll call it a day because I'm forcing it too much. But the more I've been able to just get into flow state, it's become a lot easier.
Right.
Yeah.
And once I'm in, and I try and stay there. To be honest, I do have my phones next to me, but my phone is always on do not disturb, so I don't really get notifications. It's only if I look at my phone then I'll see who's messaged me or
Yeah.
whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But after like 3 or 4 hours of this, I could probably still keep going, but sometimes I just get tired. Like my stamina just runs out a little bit. Maybe I've heard the song too much because sometimes I'll keep working on the same track for 3 or 4 hours, but then I hear it too much, so I need to just step back.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I
'cause
do
your
that
ears
often
do
as
get
well.
fatigued.
Yeah,
That ear fatigue is a real thing, and it's not even like your
Yeah.
ears hurt or you're just tired or anything, but it's just like you're not hearing the same thing that you think you're hearing. If that
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah.
Because
You
then
start
you have that
overproducing
break and
it.
you come back, and it just sounds completely different, or you pick up something that you didn't pick up like an hour ago.
Yeah, definitely. Do you
I've
almost
had-
feel like
I've
it gets
had
to a point
a
where
lot of tracks
you
like
can't
that.
even, where like you're not even hearing the rhythm anymore because you listen to it that many times, all you're hearing is like the individual sounds, or you're just hearing the sequencer or something. Do you know what I mean? It's kind of hard to explain, but I know what you mean. Like you listen to something for so long, you're not even
Yeah.
like you're not even like hearing it as music anymore.
Yeah, you start getting too meticulous with it. So
Yeah.
sometimes a good thing to do is, for example, like I'll just leave the track. I might come back to it tomorrow, but sometimes I'll leave it for like a week or two, work on other stuff, come back to it with completely fresh ears, and then it's like I have a new vision for it, and
Yeah.
I finish it. A lot of the tracks that I've made, one track in particular that people have been interested in. I started that in December, and for whatever reason, I just couldn't finish it, and I left it for months, maybe until about May this year. I opened it up again and I finished it with ease. It was like I was stuck in December for ages trying to figure out, oh man, why can't I just get it to hit like this? And then in May, I was like, oh, let me just do this, this, and this. Finished it in like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, that's it.
So yeah, sometimes it's like that. How about you guys? Would you do to just get yourself flowing?
I'd say I think my main thing is trying to limit distractions. Like definitely the phone thing, because I'm such a sucker for picking up my phone at any opportunity. So as soon as like a plugin is taking too long to load up, pick up my
Yeah.
phone. As soon as something's
Yeah.
rendering, pick up my phone. It's like anything like that. So I'm really trying to just put on that do not disturb mode and just put my phone to one side. If I can do that, like usually I'll listen to a bit of music first. I cannot have a whole like morning routine like you do. Maybe it's something that I should experiment with, but yeah, I mean, most days like I'd get up, go gym, come back, eat, and then get into it. But it depends what I've got, because some days I start by filming. Like if I'm filming on a Monday, for example, I won't spend a few hours just making music before, because obviously I'm making music in the video, so I just think I'll use that to get that creativity out. But then if it's just a day where I'm cooking up, then yeah, would have gone gym, eaten, come back, and then listen to a bit of music first. Even listen to some beats, like some type beats, for example. And then once I know what I want to cook up, because sometimes that's like the hardest thing for me. Like I don't know what I actually want to make, you know, because I make like quite a few different genres, and if I'm not working on something, like if I'm like when I was working on the boom bap kit, I'm like, all right, yeah, I'll make some boom bap. If I'm working on a drill kit, I'm like, all right, I'll make some drill. But then when it's just like a free day, I'm a bit lost. I'm like, what do I actually make? Like, because I feel like I'm not making it with purpose. But I'll start listening to some music, and then if something inspires me, I'll be like, all right, yeah, I want to make something similar to this vibe. And then, yeah, at that point, it's just about limiting distractions, just putting my phone away, playing around with some ideas, some like new chords or whatever it is. I think once you actually start, once you get like those first few chords down and it's going the way you want, then you can kind of get into it at that point.
Yeah.
But I find it quite hard to get into that flow state, to be honest, because I get distracted so much, and because I overthink a lot. I don't really know like what I want to make. I always think something has to have a purpose. So that's something I'm trying to get out of at the moment, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I hear that.
Yeah.
How about you, LB?
Yeah, it's kind of come more into a routine recently, I'd say, because I've been just trying to structure my week out, so I know I'm getting everything that I need to get done. So yeah, I wake up fairly early, and then tea or coffee, and then some breakfast, get a quick shower, get ready, and then yeah, normally on a Monday and a Tuesday, sometimes a Wednesday as well, I won't even do anything in the house. I'll just go straight out, go to a coffee shop and just set up there. And then honestly, once I'm there, like I feel like it's so easy to not get distracted, because I'm the same as you, Jay. Like I'll literally sit down, open my laptop, and then while my laptop's turning on, I'll open my phone, and it's already on, and I'm still just on my phone.
Yeah.
And then like you log in, and then like you open up FL back on your phone. So when I'm at a coffee shop, like yeah, I just don't even think to look at my phone. I'll just set up, listen to some beats, make some beats if I'm doing it. If I'm there, yeah, probably start off making a beat first, and then just take care of anything else, like get my emails scheduled out for the week, get anything that I need to edit done for the week, you know what I mean, and then just get into it that way. And then I've switched going to the gym midday. I've switched from doing that to going at like 8 p.m. because it's not like super late, because then like I don't know, I just found myself pulling myself away from doing work, and then when I come back from the gym, I'm kind of, it takes a good like 45 minutes to an hour to get back into it, and then I don't know, I feel like I'm just wasting time at that point.
Yeah.
So yeah, just working solidly from when I get to the coffee shop. Maybe I'll come home halfway through, carry on, lunch, dinner, and then go gym, and then I'm kind of done for the day. So yeah, that's been working quite well for me at the minute in terms of productivity.
Yeah, coffee shop cook up stuff, I really like that too. When I get bored of working at home, or some days, like I said, when the flow is not flowing, I'll go to a coffee shop, and it helps.
Yeah.
Just to switch the environment, just switch it up, try something new.
I need to do that more, man.
It does
Definitely
help
need to
for
do
sure.
that more.
Maybe
honestly,
it's
like a lot of
the caffeine
the
in
tracks
there.
I've made. Yeah, no, for sure, man. The caffeine definitely helps. I've kind of become a bit of a coffee addict these days. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Welcome to the club, man.
Yeah,
bro.
you have
Even
been
started to have
knighted.
coffee machines.
Yeah.
Oh, bro, get the sage, man. Changed my life.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm
Yeah.
gonna say like my best ideas sometimes come from me just being in a coffee shop. a lot of like the beginning initial ideas I will just start in a coffee shop, and then I'll bring
Yeah.
it home and finish it.
Yeah.
I think it's good. It's good for you too, because your laptop is your main setup, isn't it? So like wherever you take that, you can work and then come back home, and you've got like the whole same setup.
Yeah.
I always like find anything to complain about, but I'm like, oh, if I take my laptop, then it's a bother trying to move that project over to my Windows PC. So it's like I don't want to do it. Do you know what I mean? I find any little thing to pick at, which is just
I guess it is way more inconvenient if you have two different setups like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
It is, and it's like it sounds silly to say, but I just know how I work, and anything that kind of like throws me off, it takes me a bit of extra time. I hate it. Like I love convenience. Like I always pay extra for convenience, like anything in life. So yeah, anything I can do in my setup to like have just something work instantly or a lot quicker, I find it helps me so much. Even someone like Al Hug was saying that, because you think like that stuff wouldn't matter to him, but the way he set up his studio, for example, he was just saying like that's why he's got a mic on like every single instrument. Because if there's any friction, and it's like, oh, if I need to use that instrument, I need to move this mic over here and then connect that in. He just won't do it, because even though it's only going to take a couple minutes, it's just going to throw him off track, and it's going to mess up his flow state. But if you've just got instant access to everything, then it helps so much, man.
Definitely.
Yeah, definitely.
Just able to get that idea down quicker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
In my mind as well, I'm kind of trying to prepare for the days where the tour does come and I'm not going to be able to cook up at home. I'm going to have to work under restrictions. Maybe I need to make music on the road. trying to get used to working on a laptop as well.
Yeah. Yeah, it does help, because I guess like I know you're saying, Jay, even if like
for a bit.
Yeah, saying that even if you're on your laptop, sorry, if you switch from your laptop to your computer, you can just send like the zipped loop thing, but then if you haven't got the same VSTs on your computer as you did your laptop, then even that's long, isn't it? So yeah, I know what you mean. It's kind of tedious. Yeah. And
then like Mac to PC is another thing as well.
Yeah,
sometimes you open up
that is not convenient at all.
Yeah. Because sometimes you'll open up like the AU version of the plugin on the Mac by accident, and then you can't open that on your Windows PC. So just little things like that can just mess up your state, I guess. But maybe I need to try it, just like get rid of the computer for a bit, because I've seen like those setups that look clean where I forgot what they're called now. Like people have them like stuck under the desk for the Macs, where it's like you come home and you just plug your laptop into that box, and then in that box you've got like your SD card reader, and it's already connected to your monitor, and it has like extra storage and stuff like that. For example, I forgot what they're called. You might have seen that motion.
Yeah, I can't remember what they're called, but it's almost like a docking station kind of thing, so you can mirror
docking
your
station,
laptop.
That's the word I was looking for.
Yeah, man, that's the way to go. I don't even have that at the moment. I've just been doing everything on laptop, but I do want to do that actually. I used to do it back in the day.
Did you? Yeah, I might have to try it.
But then you'd have to switch everything to using your Mac, right?
Yeah. I'm kind of familiar with it now, though. I do still prefer Windows, though, I can't lie. I prefer like that. I'm way more comfortable with the whole Windows setup than I am Mac. It's just for some reason Apple just lure me in, man. Because I've got AirPods and like an iPhone and stuff. Everything just kind of works nicely together, like AirDrop, for example. And then with Windows as well, I feel like with Windows you have way more flexibility. There's loads of benefits, but they just haven't got that M1 chip yet, so they're still quite loud, aren't they?
What, the laptops?
Yeah,
in terms
like
of the fan.
Mm-hmm.
I can't say I've noticed it too much compared to the old Macs. I've got to be honest.
Have you know?
You hear it, but it's not something that is an issue, I think.
Well, with Windows.
Oh, with Windows.
Oh, Windows.
Yeah, I'm saying like.
Oh, my bad.
That's the thing with Windows. I'm saying like the M1 chip, like the new M2 or whatever it is. The new Macs are like just mad quiet.
Yeah.
The Mac I had before that was like crazy loud, so I'd be cooking up in bed and it's just like.
Yeah.
A girl will be next to me
laptop.
like, I need to turn it off now. I'm trying to sleep.
Yeah. Yeah, my laptop sounds like a spaceship
Does yours
whenever
fan
I'm
like that?
editing videos. Yeah,
Oh, man.
yeah, it literally like, well, it has this setting because it gets really hot when I'm editing. So I have to, there's like a setting where you can turn the fans on like booster mode, and it literally just goes, it's just constant whilst you're editing, but it keeps the whole thing cool. So I just have to put headphones on so I can't really hear it, and then just do it that way. But yeah, I mean, it's not convenient. I was in a coffee shop yesterday, and it was not yesterday, at the start of the week, and it was super hot. I think it was on Tuesday. It was like a really hot day, and they didn't have aircon in there. So the laptop was like instantly like super hot, and it was quite busy. And then I was like, fuck, I'm just going to have to turn this on. So I just turned it on, and everyone, like, not everyone, but a few people just stopped and like turned around. And it's like, your laptop's making a really loud noise, you know? I was like, I know, it's just, it's the setting.
So I just think you vacuum in the same spot for an hour.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bro, last
That's
time I
all
went
good.
to a coffee shop to cook up, yeah, I had the weirdest guy working there. So it was a guy that was cleaning, and he was just walking around with a brush sweeping. But he was sweeping like, he came back to sweep like under my spot about 10 times. Like, I think maybe he had like OCD or something, but he kept on coming back. But you know, like, the first time was all right, but he'd come back, he'd like move my coffee like off the table and like wipe underneath it, and then he'd ask me to like lift my feet so he could sweep under my feet.
My
but
God.
like, I'm not even joking, it was like 10 times. He was doing this whole routine where he'd start with me, go to the next table, then come back to me. I'm like, every 2 minutes I'm like lifting my feet. I'm like, bro, it's clean, man. It's the same
clean.
thing as the last fucking 5 minutes. I was so confused. But then I was telling my boys the story, because it's the same coffee shop I go to like when my boys come up and see me. And I was like, yo, last time there was this guy, and then I told him the same thing. And then we went there, and he was there again.
Oh no.
Obviously, I was with my 2 guys as well. So now he was asking like 3 of us to move our feet. So every few minutes, all 3 of us are like, right, put the feet up.
I want to meet this
He's
guy.
kind of like employee of the month because he's keeping it crazy clean.
But it's
but at the
very
same
spotless,
time,
yeah.
it's like, it's kind of annoying now.
Oh, that's jokes. I want to go to this coffee
That is
shop. I
amazing.
want to see this.
Yeah.
It was funny, I
Fuck,
can't
man.
lie.
Oh, man. Where do you go to your coffee shop? Is it just like a local one?
Yeah, there's a couple. I mean, the town centre is just full of them. I mean, you've been around the town centre. There's literally just charity shops and like, little tea shops and coffee shops. But there is a Starbucks on the way out of Louth. It's only like 3-minute drive. So I just go there Mondays, and then I normally just bounce between a few in town throughout the week. So yeah, just keep things interesting that way. But for some reason, the Wi-Fi, anywhere you go in Louth, the Wi-Fi is terrible. So all my uploading and stuff, I'll just do it like here, or go to my friend's house, upload it, and if like all the jobs that don't need like heavy internet, I'll do from the coffee shop. But yeah,
Just more friction points.
yeah,
You know, when we
exactly.
talk about this stuff, and it's like all these little inconveniences that we face, sometimes I've got to snap myself out, man. I'm like, man, I'm way too privileged. Because there's like people out there who are just cooking up in like the worst conditions with like the deadest laptop. And then I'm complaining about, oh man, it's annoying having this like new Mac and this computer. It just seems so crazy.
Yeah, it's too much, man. Yeah.
No, I hear it though. The workflow issue stuff is so key, because when it's a barrier, it's not fun.
Yeah.
It doesn't make you want to do it.
No, definitely.
Yeah, just have to be
And
right.
that flow state is like, it's such a crazy thing, isn't it? Like when you're in it, it's like you completely forget anything that's around you. You're so focused in this one thing.
Yeah.
But that's when you make your best stuff as well. So it's
Definitely,
like
yeah.
anything you can do to kind of help you get into that state is worth doing.
100%.
Yeah, for sure.
100%.
Mm.
I've tried like so many different things as well. I've even tried like supplements and stuff, which some help, some don't.
Oh yeah?
Mm.
I think I might have mentioned it before, but there's one called Tonkat Ali.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I tried that for a bit.
I feel like that definitely helps me. Lion's Mane helps.
What do you think? What benefits did you get from Tonkat Ali?
Energy. increased energy and focused.
Right.
Because I don't, on the weekends I try not to take it because I don't want to become too tolerant to these things or too reliable.
Hmm.
And I notice like on the weekends when I don't take Tonka Ali, if I haven't worked out, then my body's just a little bit more tired than usual. It could
Right.
be though that I'm just tired because of the week was just a long and hard week, for example. And so by
Yeah.
the weekend I'm just kind of out of it and I just want to rest. But yeah, I just noticed my energy level is not as high. It's like when I take
Interesting.
Tonka Ali, I wake up like, bam, let's fucking go. Like I'm not really tired.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm just
How
ready,
long were you
locked
taking
in.
it for before you noticed that?
As soon as I started taking it, I just felt like an energy around my body. And then pair that with the caffeine.
Yeah.
The caffeine is just like, it just kicks into gear as well. Just get that coffee in me and like, yeah, I'm wired.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm just immune to it now. Because
Yeah.
I took Tonka Ali and then Fadoja Agrestis or something. It was like a combination. But I can't lie, I did it for... I messed up because I wanted to test it because everyone kept on saying... I kept on seeing videos of how this like natural combination like increases your testosterone levels and stuff like that. So I did a testosterone test before and then I was going to do it again after. And I think I took it for like 20 days and then I just kind of forgot to take it. But I didn't feel any different when I was on it. I wanted to do a test after to actually know if it was legit. But
Yeah.
I just forgot to take it and kind of messed up my little experiment.
I hear that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I definitely found like a surge in energy, but also it might not just be the Tonka Ali. It could be a combination of things because I've just been messing around with many different things to just see like how I can optimize my productivity. So for example, like getting a better, deeper sleep, or when I eat clean versus when I eat not so clean. How like what's the difference in feeling? If I eat mainly, I don't know. I think we might have talked about this, but if I eat like mainly protein stuff, then I generally feel way more energetic versus like if I eat some shit like some McDonald's and that.
Yeah.
Afterwards, I kind of feel a bit tired, a bit sluggish.
Yeah, you have that
So I
crash
try
like you want to have a
if I
nap.
am gonna eat shit, I'm trying to do it not when I'm gonna create. To be honest, yeah, I prefer to just fast, create, then later on in the day when I'm doing tasks, and that's when I start eating. All
I
these
think you
little
do have the
things,
most energy
but-
at that point.
Yeah,
Because how comfortable do you feel after a meal as well? Like you eat, you just want to sleep at that point.
Yeah,
After a big
literally.
meal anyway.
yeah.
That's
I'm
why,
still experimenting just to see like what works, what doesn't work. But
Mm.
definitely, coffee, man, has been a game changer. Tonka Ali's been working for
But
me.
yeah, it is legit
What's
as
your
well though. I know
go-to
like we say
coffee?
it like lightheartedly, but it is legit. I remember when I was on a internship for this boxing science program. So they just it's like strength and conditioning for boxers, and he just said to all of them like before you come in for your morning session, just come with just get a filter coffee from Starbucks or something because Starbucks, well, one or Costa, one of them has like the most caffeine in it. So just bring out black coffee to the session, just sip that on your way in through the session, and like it's just proven to be switch you on mentally and physically as well. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's a drug that's actually been studied like thousands of times, like caffeine. Because you know, there's some stuff out there that people say it's good, but there's just not really any studies to back it up. It's just, I don't know. It's just like what maybe someone's experience, but with stuff like caffeine, and then the other one is creatine, for example. That's another one that's had like thousands of studies.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. It can be like supposedly can be really beneficial. And if you're using stuff like caffeine as just a productivity tool, whereas I just use it because I like it. I just want a coffee. But some people use it purely as a productivity thing, where it's like, all right, I'm going into a task now, so I'm going to have some caffeine, or I'm about to train, so I'll have some caffeine.
Yeah. Yeah,
Well,
for sure.
Yeah, I don't treat it like that. I can't lie. I just make coffee when I want a coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember when we was chilling, you said you had like 2 or 3 coffees a day or something.
Oh, easy.
It's the morning. It's the morning
Light work.
coffees.
The morning batch.
Yeah. I always find ways to justify it. I'm always like, well, at least I'm not using crack 3 times a day. That's like my justification.
I hear that.
Yeah.
Could be worse. Could be
Could be
shooting up.
worse. Yeah, could be worse. Yeah.
I also think like, man, I don't go out much, don't party much. If I want to have some coffees in the day, like fuck, man, it could be a lot worse.
Yeah, no,
And I feel
100%.
fine.
I think everyone kind of can choose their vices. So, for example,
Yeah.
like some people like to have drinks on the weekend. Some people like to smoke. Some people like to smoke weed. Some people it's
Yeah.
food. Some people it's coffee. Like, you just have to
You gotta have
manage it.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't think of like limiting myself on everything, because I've tried being like pretty strict before, like, especially with diet, where I was like following stuff to a T, so like regimented, and I don't think it's sustainable. Like I don't think you can do that forever, and if you can't,
No.
and if you can, then I feel like you live a boring life. Like it's good to have some sort of like some sort of control, but at the same time, like going too far the other way. Do you even enjoy that either?
Yeah, I think
Like,
they
have you ever
both
met
bounce off
someone
of
that's
each
just
other.
sticking to,
Like,
everything to a T, like never has
Yeah.
a drink, never drinks coffee, never will eat anything bad. Like I just feel like you'd struggle to get through life going to like any social event.
Social
Having
events
any
is the
enjoyment.
toughest, man. Because that's where everything kind of just goes out the window.
To
yeah,
what?
100%.
Social events.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, or even just trips
It's-
away. Like
yeah.
if you're
That
just
one
going
is
down
the
to like
one.
a city, you just get what's convenient. So you just gotta have that
Yeah.
balance, really. Yeah.
That's when I find
Yeah.
it hard, I can't lie, doing any trips, because the type of food you can get when you're out, it's really hard to eat something clean, isn't it?
Yeah, man. When you go to those service stations,
Oh,
KFC,
shit.
Greggs, Costa,
It's just crap.
McDonald's.
Yeah,
Mhm.
but I think it's good every now and then. You know,
When you're
just have that
hungry as
one
well,
like
you
indulgent.
mix so
Yeah, and then like
yeah.
have your strict week, and then kind of ease off at the weekend, or just whatever routine works for you, where you know you can like, let the, I don't know, just like ease off a little bit, and then indulge, and then pull it back.
Yeah.
So you've got kind of best of both worlds.
I think as well, like if anything I've learned this year is just you just have to kind of find what works for you, because
Yeah.
I know people who can smoke weed every day but be extremely productive too, and that works. And I don't think
Mhm.
that's necessarily bad or wrong. If it works for you, it works for you. Some people can get only want 4 hours of sleep, or some people like to work only in the night and not in the morning, and they get
Yeah.
their shit
Mhm.
done. I think you just have to keep on experimenting to find what works for you, and I'm kind of like stumbling across on what works for me now.
Yeah.
So yeah, man.
Yeah,
Everyone
so-
has their routine. Take it with a pinch of salt and just apply it for yourself, really.
Yeah,
Mhm.
definitely. Yeah, because it's
Yeah.
kind of easy to hear someone talk, like on a podcast or something that you read in a book, and you think that that's the way, like that's how you have to be. But yeah, like you said, everyone is different. What works for you might not work
Yeah.
for me. What works for me might not work for LB. Like it's just, yeah. I think you're doing the right thing by just experimenting, seeing what works for you.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
But yeah, how did I wanted to ask Jay, how did the kit launch go? Was it yesterday or today?
Oh yeah, yeah. Dropped it last night. For UK time, it would have been like 7:30. I just did a half an hour early access list because they got some like other bonuses and more discount, and then it officially dropped at 8, and it will be, I think it's for a week. It will have like the launch sale essentially, and then it will kind of taper off from there. But no, it went really well. I had like
Good.
a really good day yesterday. Obviously, it's hasn't even been 24 hours, but I think because the last drop I did, that Planet Drill, it performed kind of similar to that, maybe a bit better. So I'm quite happy, to be honest, because I wasn't
Yeah.
sure how it was going to go because it's so different to anything I've done. Everything before has just been like drill, basically.
Mhm.
Bit of trap in there, but haven't really focused on like a boom bap kit before. I don't think there've been that many people making it, but yeah, maybe
No.
people were just up for having something different.
Yeah, I would say like it's. Yeah, I think I'm not surprised it's done well, because I think like people see you as like an authority, not just in drill but just in general for music production now, and you've got all these different genres of kits. You've got a gazillion tutorials, not just in drill.
Mhm.
So Yeah, there's definitely an audience for it, and I think I keep seeing a lot more soul stuff popping up at the minute, like people making like soul samples and wanting to flip them that way, and maybe people are after like more boom bappy, authentic like drum breaks and percussions and loops and stuff like that. So yeah, that's good, man.
Yeah, maybe. I think it was just something different to bring, because all the drums in there were recorded by live drums and then like mixed by them and me. So obviously there's nothing like recycled in there. It's not like the usual sounds you get. And then obviously the course came with it as well. So I just put enough stuff in there to make it a no-brainer. Like, because like you get all like the 5 kits, you get the course, and then all the bonuses, and it's like less than $50. So if someone's spending that and they're getting all of that, it's kind of a no-brainer. Like, even if you don't like 2 of the kits in there, you're gonna find some value in there, or you'd hope so at least.
Yeah, definitely.
But it's cool to see, because I've done boom bap tutorials before, and some of them have done quite well, like hit over like 100k views, and then some of them haven't done too well. Like my last couple didn't do too well, but then sometimes like over time those ones just pick up in views, because they're like sort of keyword ones, like how to make a dark underground boom bap beat, and then over the years that those views might just pick up. So I had some like 10 out of 10s, and I was like, oh man, like I don't need this just before the launch, like I needed these videos to bang. But at the same time I was like, I try not to deep it too much, just let's see, because over time they might just do better.
Yeah, exactly. And it's not just that one channel either. I guess you got your emails, you got Insta, you got other ways to promote it too. So yeah,
exactly. Yeah. So I've been pushing it on Insta, obviously. And then emails, going pretty hard with the emails. I haven't been able to run ads yet still, because I've still got my Facebook account hacked. But for some reason it will let me boost a post on Instagram. So I'm just going to have to run with that. But you just can't go, like with Facebook ads, you can, when you use the business manager, you can just go into way more detail with like who you're trying to target. Yeah. So I didn't really just want to like boost a post, but I guess it would be better than nothing. Because I've noticed like if I just put a normal video on Instagram, like I kind of get, you kind of get like, what your average view is, don't you? In general. But then whenever I do a post where it's like coming soon or link in bio or anything that just sounds a little bit like a promotion, man, they just really limit your reach. So I noticed that with these posts. So I think I'm just gonna boost it for a bit, just to even get back up to a baseline level. Yeah. Which is crazy, but that's what you gotta do.
Yeah, you have to, man. Yeah. And that's it.
So, links in the description if anyone needs it.
Yeah.
How about you and the 808 kit? You're saying that's almost done, right?
Yeah. It's pretty much done. Today I just need to film just like a little crash course on like mixing 808s, arranging like techniques for making like 808 patterns, and how to use the kit properly, how to work with the MIDI properly. So yeah, I've got all that planned out. I'm gonna film that today. I don't think it'll need much editing. I'm gonna keep it quite raw and just sort of like, just not very, kind of uncut. And then once that's done, it's pretty much done really. I just need to promote it, make some some content for it this week, film a YouTube video for it as well, and just get all that, get all the marketing stuff for it done really, and that's it. I'm tempted to do like a free sample of it, like a free version of it, so I can push it, like using ManyChat.
Oh yeah.
And then maybe upselling it that way. But I just need to think about it this weekend. But it's pretty much there though.
Yeah, that could work for sure.
Yeah.
Have you got a release date?
Yeah, it's gonna be on Friday.
Is it next week?
Yeah. Right. This Friday coming.
Nice.
So yeah.
Got ya.
Hopefully we'll see how it does. It's a bit of a niche one. I don't know if people are going to be just wanting a kit for 808s, but hopefully it's enough. Like this, I've got I've got 2 sections, like one for short tail, one for long tail, and they're all like unique ones. And then I've got like a Zay series and a spin series where I've just got like 15 different variations of each, so that it's just mixed differently, more distortion, ones that hit harder, ones that are softer, just because people are never going to not use the spins and Zay in a kit. So Thought I may as well include them.
Of course, yeah.
And then I put like some bonus like bass one shots, like synth one shots, more like acoustic one shots, and then it's like 100 MIDI, and then the chorus. So I'm hoping that's enough value for people, and yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I think that could do well. Like, people are always using 808s, always looking for new sounds.
Yeah,
So
yeah. My
I don't
selling
see why
point, I
not.
think, is like everyone's like this. Everyone's using the same recycle like Zayn spins just on repeat, basically.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to really push to get people to use it. Just switching up the low end. So yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I think that's a good angle to come from.
Fingers crossed.
Are you going to be dropping any kits, Ocean? Or are you just more focused on producing at the moment and DJing?
I haven't dropped a kit in ages. The last kit I dropped was March 2023,
Yeah.
which was Trap Central. So it's been like over a year. I don't think I'm gonna drop a kit for now, but I do want to do my community. I'm gonna start putting that together probably within the next month, because I think that's where I'm gonna be able to offer the most value.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna start putting that in place now.
Nice.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
that's
think
sick.
the only thing, because the only thing with kits is it does distract you from actually making music. Because you spend a lot of time on like the business side of it and like just making like the individual sounds, and it does kind of take you away from producing quite a bit. I find like especially towards the end when I'm trying to finalize everything, I'm barely making any music because my mind's just so focused on that.
Yeah. No,
So
yeah.
it does have its downsides.
Yeah, man.
It's tough.
The kits that you guys have coming sound exciting. Something fresh.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Yeah, something new.
Yeah. Oh man, actually, we missed you on Thursday. We went to this.
Yeah, I saw
J
that
Bucks.
Airbnb was looking
Oh, shit,
crazy.
yeah.
Man, yeah, it was ridiculous, wasn't it?
Where was that?
Flockton. It's kind of like in Yorkshire, like past Denbydale. Like up over
Okay.
it, over the tops, like in the countryside.
Hmm.
So
Yeah,
this couple had bought a water tank or a water tower.
Wait,
Like,
I might have seen this place. Is it?
You might
Is it
have.
anywhere? Is it anywhere close to Wakefield?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Bro, I drove past this place and I looked at it and I was like, that place looks amazing. I know, I remember it.
Have you seen it?
Yeah,
yeah,
Yeah, it's that one. That's
crazy.
the one.
It can only be
I was
that.
just looking on Airbnb. It just came up,
Yeah,
and I was like, God, that would be perfect to film because literally the whole thing is like just windows around it, so the view's amazing.
yeah,
Mm.
no,
It
that
was
is
sick.
fire.
yeah, it was crazy.
So
It would have been
so
good because it's
they've turned it into a living space.
yeah,
Yeah, we did a quick search because I think that they were on a TV show, something similar to Grand Designs, like that type of vibe.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently they bought it. Well, I don't. It depends when this article was wrote, but I think what happened was they bought it at an auction. I think it started at like $4,000, but then the auction went up to like 110k. So I think they paid like 110k just for the water tank. I don't know how much they spent doing it up, but they spent 6 years just trying to get it approved. Because obviously once you have that, you need like the planning permissions and I don't know what you have to go through, a bunch of legal stuff probably to like convert that to a house and rent it out.
Yeah.
So I think they kept on getting rejected, but then after 6 years they got it approved, and then maybe at that point they could start. I haven't watched the thing yet, so don't know the whole story, but they made it look real nice, man. Like it's on 3 floors, so you go in the ground floor, then you go up to the first floor. And then that's where like the living room and the kitchen and like where we were cooking up. And then you go to the second floor and there's like 3 double bedrooms in there, each with an ensuite. And then you go to the top floor and that's like the master suite, so big bedroom, ensuite, and then a separate like kind of chill out space. But like, just everywhere is windows, so everywhere you look it's just like fields, like cows, sheep, like it's pretty cool.
Nice.
Yeah, that's pretty
And you
sick.
see to go up into the water tank. So I'm guessing nothing is ground level. You have to walk upstairs to get to like the first floor.
yeah, pretty much.
So you go in through the main door at the bottom, and then it's just like tiny little walkway, and then just like round stairs, like circular stairs, just leading up to the first floor.
Mm-hmm.
Spiral
Yeah.
stairs. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it was kind of cool.
So yeah, it was a good trip, man. She was
Did
about
you
to
stay
get a
overnight?
5-star review until she whacked me with a £80 fine for bringing my
Whack?
dog.
Oh, man.
seriously?
Yeah,
for
I
fuck's
can believe
sake.
it. She was being a bit arsy from the start because she actually rejected my first booking and said I had a bad review. It was from our first producer trip, you know, where they said they left a good review, just like, oh yeah, really nice lads. A little bit messy though.
Yeah.
So she rejected it because of that. She must be very particular about who stays. Then I managed to sweet talk her, got in there, and then originally it was just me and LB. But when I sent the pictures to my girl, she was like, I have to see it. So she ended up coming and just like staying. She just chilled upstairs. But she was like, oh, can I bring fudge? And then I just looked at the booking and it said pets allowed. So I was like, oh yeah, it's cool, bring her. And then the next day, yeah, she sent me a message saying, I didn't know you were bringing a dog, exclamation mark. There's a fee for bringing dogs, or blah, blah, blah. I need to charge you £80. Like, what? Because then
Fucking
in
hell.
like the actual booking, when you look at the property, when you scroll down, it says pets allowed, but then the small print, it says must be discussed before booking, because they need to see what type of dog it is and how messy it's going to be. But you've seen Fudge, man. She's tiny. She doesn't molt.
It's ridiculous. Man.
Yeah.
She made no mess. So yeah,
Did you try and
that's the only
explain?
downside. But
Did you try and say something to her like, was there any damage? No. Like, was there anything out of place? No.
I need to message back. I did say that I checked the booking before, because I did give it a heads up that she was coming. So I said, like, do you need me to change anything in the booking because she's coming? And she was like, no, it's okay. But I didn't mention dog at that point.
Yeah.
So yeah, I need to message back, but I don't think she's gonna have it.
Fuck, man.
Damn, but that's a shame.
I know. But and to be fair, it cost $500 to stay for one night. So I was like, man, you're gonna charge me an extra $80 just to bring a little dog?
Man, that's so shit.
Yeah. But that aside, I would go again. I can't lie. I was saying like
Yeah.
next time you're over, or if there was like another producer trip, it's a good spot because people
So-
can cook up on the top floor and the
Did you
middle
stay
floor.
for night?
Yeah.
Yeah. it was-
I guess
yeah.
if you're paying that much, you might as well, innit?
Yeah, of course. Just to get the experience. Because when you wake up as well, like you got up for sunrise, didn't you? I think, but
Well,
I think
yeah.
I went to sleep at like 3 in the morning, so I was mad tired.
Mm.
But just the view, like, because it was like one of the nicest days we've had. It was like the perfect time for the booking, wasn't it? It was like
Yeah.
clear sky, sun was out, so you could just see everything.
Yeah, and even the next day was like perfect as well, wasn't it? Really, just sun came up at like 4 a.m. Just like coming through the windows,
Yeah.
it looked so sick, like through the big windows.
Yeah,
So yeah, it was nice.
I know it's back to being grey again today. Back to
Oh
typical
yes,
English weather.
back to cloudy
Past
England.
couple of days, I was like, you know what, England's not too bad. Kind of like it here. Look at the views we've got. Look at all these fields. And then today, I'm like, fuck this shit. Get me out of England, man. What's it saying in Bangkok?
It's been pretty much really hot and sunny these past few days.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nice, man. Perfect time for a rooftop DJ session.
Yep.
Yeah. I was worried because every time I DJ'd here, like just practicing, I would sweat like crazy, even with the AC.
Really?
on. So I was thinking, fuck, am I going to turn up to this place and just be looking like I just come out the shower? But luckily it wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
What do you wear to a DJ gig? Some people have like a certain image, don't they?
Mm.
You know, like something memorable.
But like the big, what do you call it? Costume hat thingies.
Yeah, big
The
mask.
The
like a
mask.
mask or a hat. Have you ever been to see Steve Aoki? Have you ever watched
Oh,
his
the
shows?
cake, the cream
I
pie,
heard
or
he throws
whatever it is.
cake in people's faces, isn't it?
Cake, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I saw him in Vegas, and yeah, he does that in like every show. I listened to him on a podcast as well, and he was just saying like every single show, he throws a cake into the crowd, and they love it. But that was like one of the things
Yeah.
that just got everyone talking. It's like that's how you remember him. Oh, it's the guy that throws a cake. So yeah, you're gonna have to think of something.
Get the dreads back.
Kissing the crowd. Golden
I'll take forever,
showers.
wouldn't it?
Golden showers. Oh man.
Nah. Nah, I don't like it.
Alright, then,
So
boys,
we
should we wrap this
should
up?
wrap up. Yeah.
Sure. Cool,
Yeah,
man.
man. Well, yeah, as always, good to catch up, and we'll see you next week, man.
Yep.
See you
Peace.
later.